going on, everybody? ADS Play 101 here, also known as ADS Play 202, and welcome to the character guide for Bojack. And I keep forgetting to switch these. For the people that's watching this on TikTok on demand, I am so sorry. I keep forgetting to switch the graphic because I have it featured at the top on the TikTok videos. The character that I'm doing a guide for. But anyway, Bojack is a character that he has real good attack range. And he summons his crew to help him with attacks. And his ultimate shoots out a very wide out spread beam. All of his crewmates come out and fire these full power energy blasts that basically it starts in a wide cone and just comes into one linear blast. So his passive is Galactic Assassin. As he attacks, he summons different subordinates to help him with some follow-up attacks. And obviously this is going to be a good key component to him, because depending on what you do, you're going to get a different follow-up attack. So this is going to be one of those situations where you got to really pay attention to what you have available, so that you can, obviously maximize the benefits of the attacks. So he has Galactic Buster, which is just a regular big energy shot. His Cosmic Bloom, which is basically like his version of a Hellzone Grenade. That's pretty much what it is. His Psycho Thread, which to me, this is like one of his best moves. This is his best move. It calls down his subordinates to create this AoE slowing effect, and while it's doing damage, and then it explodes and does damage. And then of course you have his Giga Grand Smasher, which is the cone-shaped blast, full energy blast from all his subordinates that goes into one linear blast. So real good for crowd control. So I would say Nail, not so much. I would say just go with World King. Don't even bother picking either Batamo or Nail for this. Just keep it basic. His Divine Card combo, I mean either or with Lightning Swift or Snowball. Giant Slayer, if you're more concerned about going against characters that got more health than you, prepare to die if you feel like you can get the advantage on them. And Wicked Warrior is just a go-to. Pursuer, which is real good for him, because obviously with you summoning subordinates, this could work. So either one of these is good. You can pretty much go with any combination with him. There's no real set card combo that I personally would go with. I would say just pick the easiest ones. So let's get him up to level 5. There you go. Now you see the indicators right here. This is the this is going to let you know what attacks you have. Now this little energy ball, you have that right there. Then as you do your rush attacks, your basic attacks, that's when they're going to come out. After you do a skill, you do a rush attack afterwards, and then that's when the assistant attack comes out. So let me go over the moves again. So you have his Twin Energy Blast, his Galactic Buster, which fires off 2 energy blasts at a distance. Real good. You have his, what's the name of this? The Cosmic Bloom, which again, it's basically a Hellzone Grenade. It traps. It doesn't apply a slow effect or anything like that, but it does. You can set it off with your Galactic Buster. So if you throw it out, you can set it off with your Galactic Buster. Allows it to fire quicker. And then of course his Psycho Thread, which applies movement speed down. So, and then his ultimate calls his teammates down fans out, goes into one blast. So that his ultimate is real good for crowd control. If you're going against like a team versus team skirmish, just just get away as far as you can, or at least on the outside of the skirmish, and just activate that. You should be able to hit everybody. So let's just get him up to level 15. There we go. And when he gets to level 7 hills, he's able to transform. And it's basically the same thing, just better. With his bloom, he just sends out more energy waves, energy shots. So that's like your initiation right there. Or you can start off with Psycho Thread, since that slows them down. And that'll give you time to set up your bloom. You go into that. But you want to attack after every skill. Just keep that in mind. Like after every skill you do, so it's kind of skill, basic attack, to get more out of your subordinates' assistance. So I would set out the bloom first, then attack. Since I don't think the bloom is going to go immediately out. Hit it with that, then go into your Psycho Thread. But keep in mind, when you activate Psycho Thread, especially when it's maxed out, it uses all your subordinates to keep that move active. So you won't have access to them while that's going on. So you don't want to activate your ultimate immediately after that. Because it's going to end it too early. The whole time they're taking damage and they're getting slowed down that whole time. So you definitely just want to let that play out. So I would either initiate in any fight. I would, depending on what level it is, I would initiate with Psycho Thread or just set the bombs up. If you notice that while Psycho Thread is active and you throw this out, it'll set it off immediately. So that's a good combination right there for you to start off with. As far as his divine cards, I would, any of them would do, because he doesn't really have like a good he doesn't really have like a set. Like I said, it all depends on the player. I'm thinking about it like that. Giant Slayer and Prepare to Die, those are depending on what the player is more concerned about. If you're more concerned about going against characters that have more health than you, I would say focus on using Giant Slayer. But if you feel like you can get the advantage in a fight, then I would say use Prepare to Die. Because again, Giant Slayer is going to do more damage against opponents that have more health than you have, and Prepare to Die is going to do more damage against opponents that have either 50% or less HP. So it all depends on if you feel like you can get more, either the advantage, or you're more concerned about being more defensive or like playing less aggressive. And considering that the way some of these NPC teammates, if you're in solo queue, by the way, side note, never play this game solo queue. Just don't do it. Like you save yourself a big headache. And Wicked Warrior, obviously, just for the simple fact that you can activate it easy. But Pursuer is good too, because since you have to activate your effects anyway, you can activate that real easy as well. And then his blast gets a real good range on it. So that's pretty much it with Bojack. He's not the most difficult damage dealer. Would I use Nail? No, I would use World King. Considering you're going to be stationary and you're going to be fighting from a distance, it's better to just do that. It's better to just keep that damage increase right there. I mean, you could use them. I mean, you can use any helper. It's just that what's the best suggestion for what the character has? Yeah, I would just use World King. Like either use World King or use Batomo to keep people away. Because his whole thing is just setting up different traps, different hitting them with different abilities, so that you can gain access to your subordinates. And it'll be a good idea to keep people at a distance from you. But having World King active allows you to get more damage from all of these abilities anyway. So I'm gonna say it like this: if you initiate with Psycho Thread first, then throw out Bloom. That way they can explode soon as as the Psycho Threads are active. Do an auto attack after that, or if you initiate with Bloom first, activate your Galactic Buster and that'll set them off, and that'll do damage. So it all depends. So again, if you use Psycho Thread first, go into Bloom. Use Bloom first, go into Galactic Buster. So that and then when you get ready to use your ult in the middle of a team fight, just get to like the edge of where you can hit everybody and then just activate the damn thing. Hit all their teammates at once. Your enemy teammates, your enemy's team. You can hit them simultaneously, and hopefully that'll be enough to at least gain the advantage for your team in the skirmish. So that is Bojack, ladies and gentlemen. He's a little bit more complex than the other damage dealers, but he's still pretty fun to use. So don't get discouraged with him. Like I said, you want to combine his moves, but do an auto attack in order to follow up with his subordinates and get those abilities at your disposal. Real fun to use. So that is my character guide for Bojack. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys, and I will see you guys for the next one.